Good afternoon, Colorado. Welcome to today's episode of Local Biz Buzz. I'm your host, Larry Hers, and today in studio, all the way from Highlands Ranch, which really isn't that far away,
No.
we have Brian from Barfly Salsa.
Thanks for having me, Larry.
Thanks for coming in. I love me some salsa. Give me a little history of you and Barfly.
Sure. So the Barfly Salsa started much like this show during the pandemic. My wife and I were out actually before our anniversary dinner, visiting a few of the breweries in the area while they were open in the summertime. And we noticed that not only were a lot of food trucks not rounding as they normally do in the area, there was a lack of fresh snack options for the brewers to offer their customers. And so my wife convinced me that night after a few libations that I should actually take this hobby of mine or my salsa making and try to see if there was a mass market for it. So we started from there, and I started production just over a year ago in February. And we sell to 9 local breweries now and 2 restaurants in bulk. So some breweries choose to take it in an 8-ounce container, and some buy in bulk from me and serve individual servings to their customers.
So why salsa? Where did the love of salsa come from?
Yeah, so I always said that when I die and I go to heaven, if there's not beer and chips and salsa, it's not that I'll be disappointed, just surprised. Because it's my favorite thing is to have like a margarita or a cold beer and chips and salsa is literally my favorite thing to eat. So I started making this recipe probably 12, 15 years ago and kind of refined it through the years. And as you know, I had to change it a little bit for mass production, but that's where the love started, is just a good after work or, weekend snack and libation.
So not trained anywhere? You didn't go to school for
No, I'm in sales. I work in the semiconductor industry by day. And this kind of came up with some extra cycles in my week without driving all around Colorado or traveling regionally for my regular job, and carve those extra hours a week into starting my business.
It's just another example of making lemonade from lemons. So the pandemic's not been bad for everybody.
Nope.
Is the goal to make this your full time?
Not necessarily. Yeah, I mean, eventually, right? Let's see where we go. I'm currently just selling to the breweries. This year, my goal would be to break into more traditional retail outlets, grocery stores, maybe some convenience stores, and try that. But really, my goal ultimately is people are so programmed to buy a jarred salsa at the supermarket or anywhere it's just not good. And so my job I think is to get people's minds to buy fresh salsa like they would buy milk or eggs or anything else, and keep it in their fridge for when they want quality restaurant grade salsa, if there is such a thing, in their homes.
So that's what I was going to ask. What makes your salsa special? What's different?
I think the recipe is extremely well balanced. There's a nice kick to it. The freshness of the lime and cilantro really brighten the flavor. And as far as for the breweries go, when you're having something cold to drink, there's a kind of a nice, spicy, kind of lingering heat. It's not a spicy salsa in and of itself. I'd probably call it like about a medium. But the aftertaste and the pleasant of that goes really well with the drink.
I had a restaurant. We'd make salsas and green chili and use jalapenos. And different times of the year, those jalapenos can be a lot spicier than other times. How do you measure for that?
Yeah, so the spice of it now just comes from red pepper flake, dried red peppers. So it's pretty consistent. It stays pretty consistent there, and so I taste test each batch, but the repeatability of the medium heat is works well for this recipe.
And where do you make the salsa?
At a commercial kitchen in Highlands Ranch. So locally, we have customers downtown. We have customer in Castle Rock, Denver Tech Center area. So just starting to kind of proliferate in the area in the last year.
So you go into this kitchen and
I produce myself. My father-in-law helps me a lot. My wife from time to time, my brother, a good friend of mine. So when I can get help, the process goes much faster with 2 people than 1. But if I have to, of course, I make it myself.
We're going to throw this bulk over here and show them that this is a product not really for home use.
No, if you're eating that much salsa, God bless you. But
can you see in here at all? Dip it a little. You can see the consistency.
Yeah, the consistency is really important, because when I started kind of showing this to my son's baseball team, and when kids like it, because with the spiciness that you can get as much or as little on a chip as you'd like. Yeah, dive in. So yeah, the consistency is very important to me. It's a blended salsa recipe, so if you're like me and you want it on the whole chip, you can get that, or if you think it's too spicy, you can kind of dab it in there and take less.
So for right now, people cannot go to a grocery store and
Not
buy
yet
these.
this year, but if you can find us online, it's on my website, barflysalsa.com. Shows all of the outlets that sell them. Just like a traditional store, you would go there and have a beer when you're there at the breweries that support the product, and then you can take it home and enjoy there, or eat it all at the brewery if you want.
Well, let's name some of the breweries.
Breweries are in Highlands Ranch, Grist, Living the Dream. In Lone Tree, we have Lone Tree Brewing, Peakview Brewing, and Resolute. In Castle Rock, we have Burley Brewing. Downtown, we have Jagged Mountain and Denver Beer Company. That's actually the house salsa for their Cerveceria Colorado, their sister brewery next door. So a lot of Mexican themed beers there that go really well with it. And did I mention Peakview Brewing on Arapahoe Road? Yeah, they're my best customer right now. So shout out to Peakview. Thank you very much for a great year and continued growth to them.
That's awesome. Well, I'm excited to try it. I have not tried it yet. I've been holding off so there'll be a genuine reaction. What do we forget? What else do we need to talk about?
You don't have a libation with you, but you'll have a bunch of these to take home to try for later. So
I mean, I know where I can get one.
What?
Don't tell anybody.
It's almost noon.
I'll be right back. This isn't live. We'll cut that out. Don't worry.
I'll edit it.
Little
what do we have?
plug for Lostos.
Nice.
All right. That's not a bad beer to go with this.
Whoa, yeah, there you go. Where's mine?
I'm with you. I wouldn't drink. Well, I would drink alone. What? You need one? Mr. Cameraman?
You gotta finish
Jeez.
a hard day's work.
There you go. Anybody else? Other cameraman? Producer? Jeez. What the heck is going on here? All right. Cheers. Pleasure to meet you.
Cheers, thank you.
You should probably grab a chip too. Actually, that's a damn good beer. And we can cheers the chip too. Ching! Everybody check them out, Barfly Salsa. I'm a huge Lone Tree Brewing fan. Go check them out at Lone Tree Brewing. Get their Mexican lager with us.
Perfect.
Perfect. Let's eat! That's a damn good salsa. I'm going back in. Yeah. There's a lot of bad salsas out there.